In the summer of 1914, the world changed forever. What began as a political crisis in the Balkans erupted into a global catastrophe, the First World War. Over 30 nations took part. More than 16 million people died. Empires fell, and the modern world was born from the ashes. But why did it happen? Why did a single assassination lead to one of the bloodiest wars in human history? Today, we'll uncover the 5 main causes of World War I, the hidden forces that turned Europe into a battlefield. Our first cause is nationalism, a powerful sense of pride and identity that united people, but also divided them. In Germany, nationalism surged after unification in 1871. The new empire sought recognition as Europe's leading power. In France, nationalism was fueled by revenge. The loss of Alsace and Lorraine to Germany still burned deeply. In Austria-Hungary, nationalism was dangerous. The empire was home to over a dozen ethnic groups: Czechs, Slovaks, Croats, and Serbs, many of who wanted independence. And in the Balkans, Serbian nationalism became explosive. Serbia dreamed of uniting all Slavic peoples, an ambition that directly threatened Austria-Hungary's control of the region. Nationalism gave people something to fight for, but it also made compromise impossible. Europe had become a continent full of rivalries, just waiting for a spark. The second cause was the alliance system, an intricate web of treaties and promises. On one side stood the Triple Alliance: Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. On the other side, the Triple Entente: France, Russia, and Britain. These alliances were meant to keep peace by creating balance, but in reality, they made war inevitable. If one country was attacked, others were bound to join in defense. When Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, alliances turned a local conflict into a world war. Each nation was pulled in by promises they couldn't break. What was meant to prevent war instead guaranteed it. The third cause was imperialism, the race to control land, resources, and power around the world. By 1914, the European powers ruled over vast empires. Britain had colonies on every continent. France controlled huge parts of Africa and Asia. Germany, the newest empire, wanted its place in the sun. This competition bred mistrust and jealousy. Crises in places like Morocco nearly brought Europe to war even before 1914. Imperialism also meant the war wouldn't stay in Europe. From India to Africa, millions of colonial soldiers would soon be drawn into the fight. The struggle for empire made the Great War a truly global conflict, one fought not just for borders, but for domination. The fourth cause was militarism, the belief that national strength comes from military might. In the early 1900s, Europe's great powers began an arms race. Germany and Britain competed to build massive fleets of battleships. Armies swelled in size, and new weapons, machine guns, poison gas, and long-range artillery changed warfare forever. Generals gained power over governments. War was not feared, it was expected. Some even saw it as a test of national character. When every nation is armed and waiting for battle, peace becomes fragile. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austria-Hungarian throne, visited Sarajevo. He and his wife were assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Germany promised full support, a blank check. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia. France and Britain followed. In just 1 month, the world went from peace to total war. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austria-Hungarian throne, visited Sarajevo. He and his wife were assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Germany promised full support, a blank check. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia. France and Britain followed. In just 1 month, the world went from peace to total war. When the guns finally fell silent in 1918, the world was forever changed. 4 empires were gone: the German, Russian, Ottoman, and Austria-Hungarian. New nations rose from the ruins, and the seeds of another, even greater war had already been planted. World War I was meant to be the war to end all wars. Instead, it became a warning, a lesson about what happens when pride, fear, and power go unchecked. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. And tell us in the comments which cause do you think mattered most in starting World War I?